Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Today we are going to be setting up my September monthly in my Fauxbonichi, which is my sheet Happy Notes. And I did this spread for this upcoming week in my Fauxbonichi. It's very Nightmare Before Christmassy. I did a lot of watercolor and I really liked it, so I kind of want to carry over that same theme. As always, I have my boxes pre-drawn in here. Each one of these boxes is 4 dots down by 4 dots across, so 4 by 4, therefore giving you enough for the entire month. And I'm not going to outline this just yet. I'm going to wait and see if I put watercolor down first, and then we're going to go from there. So let's get started. So I'm just going to start by taking my water brush pen, whatever you want to call it, and dampening the end of the page here. Focusing on just this end because that's where I want the color to be. And then I'm going to grab my pen. These are the Real Brush Pens by Arteza. I want this really faded, almost ombre type of look, so I want the more concentrated, darker color at the end of the page and the more lighter, transparent color towards the middle of the page. So I'm just going to be focusing on that. You could do this with highlighters, Crayolas. There's even a really cool trick. You can use Sharpies and water and to create a watercolor effect, so you don't have to have watercolors or anything like that to give this a go. You can probably use things that you already have to get the same effect. And so I'm just gonna continue trying to build up that color on the bottom there while trying to keep the middle of the page as light and as possible. So it is officially September 1st when I'm actually recording this, and it's pretty much day one of Halloween, and I'm rather excited. I've waited a long time to start doing Halloween spreads. Now, I'm not going to do Halloween stuff every single week, but I'm just excited to start getting into the spirit of things and everything like that. So I'm just going to take my water pen one more time and make sure everything's kind of blended. You do have to be a little careful with the Happy Planner pages. So I'm going to do this top area up here exactly how I did it down on the bottom. And now that that is done and they have dried, you have to give them just a little while to dry. Mine probably took about 10-15 minutes to dry fully, and now I'm just going to sketch lightly on top of it with my pencil, my little scene here, which again, this is from Nightmare Before Christmas, so I have my little hill, and then I'm going to do like the little gate here. You'll definitely be able to see this really come to life once I start using my black pen, and then I'm going to kind of loosely sketch out some little spooky trees over here. So I didn't want it to be exactly the same as my weekly spread, but I still wanted it to have the general feel. I wanted you to be able to look at it and know that it was Nightmare Before Christmas. So up here, I'm just going to keep it rather simple. I'm just going to do like a spooky tree branch, you know, that type of thing. Nothing too over the top, but still so it's nice and connected. So I'm just going to grab my black brush pen here and start filling in my little spooky tree branch. So you guys will really be able to see this kind of come to life. I think it's kind of neat getting to watch it back on the camera like this because it's such a dramatic transformation from pencil to marker. So are you guys doing Halloween or fall themed spreads or monthly spreads or anything like that yet? If you are, let me know down in the comments. I would love to know if anybody else is doing Halloween spreads other than me. So I'm just going to work on these little branches here, trying to make them as spooky as I can. And the really fun thing about trying to do like Tim Burton inspired things is like you can't really mess up. Like if you get out of the line or go a little bit out of the shape or anything like that, it just looks more Tim Burton-y. So it's kind of almost foolproof in that way. So I'm going to outline the very edge of my little monthly box here. I'm not trying to keep this perfect or straight. I kind of want it to be wiggly and squiggly, that type of thing. So I'm just going to fully outline this box, but I'm not going to outline the boxes in the grid there for the actual month because I want to keep those as straight as I can. So now that we are down to the bottom part of the page, you really get to see this part come to life, and it's so, so cool. So this is the little iconic circle or squiggly hill, not circle, squiggly hill. And then I thought I wanted to fill everything in as I was going along, but I decided it's probably better just to go ahead and do the basic outline for everything. So I'm gonna round out this hill just a little bit more. And then we're gonna move on to the little gate area. And now I don't have a few things drawn in here, like I'm just gonna add them once I've filled everything in. I'm just gonna add in like some little gravestones and little pumpkin shapes. You know, you could add in whatever you like. It's totally up to you. So I'm just gonna finish my little gate here. Super simple. I'm gonna add just a tiny few little things to this gate just so it stands out a little more. And then I'm gonna move over to this end, and I'm really kind of just moving the brush because it is a brush tip, and that's giving me more so of the branch shapes, and I really kind of like that. So I'm just going to add my little spooky trees down here so it all feels nice and connected to the top, but you know, it's not exactly the same as my weekly spread. So I actually did not expect the reaction that I had on my weekly spread on Instagram, so that's kind of why I did the same theme in this monthly, so I could show you guys how I did everything like that. So I filled everything in on the bottom off camera, and I'm just going to grab this September header from the Happy Memory Keeping Dates and Holidays, and then I'm going to actually fill in my calendar part. And for the unused boxes, I'm just going to take my highlighter and fill in that area down there. This is just I actually don't know the name of this one, but you know, it's the purpley pink mild liner, and it matched perfectly, so that was convenient. So now that that is done, I'm going to grab my checklist stencil here, and I'm going to put 3 checklists down here on the bottom. I actually kind of had a difficult time figuring out where this needed to go because of the images I've drawn in there. So these will be different sizes just because the details on the bottom, and I'm okay with that. I don't necessarily need them to be the same size, and that's okay. I'm just going to be doing 3 checklists, one for to-dos, one for projects, and one for goals, which is typically how I set up my Fauxbonichi monthly. So they're just going to be different sizes, and that's okay. I actually don't really use the entire little checklist every month, so it's okay. And if I need more room, I can just pop in a micro sheet and I'll be fine. So let's see how it turns out. Okay, so now that everything is looking good, I'm just gonna take that same mild liner and create some little headers and then fill those in again with goals, to-dos, and projects, just so everything has a little home. And I believe that will be my spread. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. Picture at the end.